get a little bit better every day. It's safe to say most things have changed. I see the world just a little bit clearer now, but can't deny I still feel strange. I used to know a boy used to think he knew himself.
Hi, we're Lion in the Main, and this is our introduction to the world.
Via iMoveiLive online magazine and MusicClout.com.
I feel like we've all been playing music since we were little. We started bands when we were 13, 14 years old, and in this band we decided one of the goals was to really just pull it together and kind of turn this into a career. You know, there's something kind of mundane about waking up Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. It's not something that I feel is my calling. I don't know if that's
not mine.
yours.
Not mine.
But yeah, we just decided that if we can wake up and do something that we love to do, it'd be easier to wake up in the morning, it'd be easier to go to sleep. I think far too often, a lot of the people that I know have jobs kind of, and I feel like they're set up to go to work, to come home, so you can have a car to go to work and come home. And you know, you have to put gas in that car, you have to have insurance on that car, you have to pay for the car itself just to get to and from work. You know, where's the pleasure in going to and from work unless you like love it? You know, we hop in a van that we all pay for and go play a show and hope that, you know, we're telling people what they want to hear. Or
Yeah. I mean, honestly, it's the main reason I believe is, like what John said, the whole 9 to 5 workday thing. I don't want to do it. I want to be out with my friends. I want to be touring the country, touring the world. And I want to see things. I want to experience life. I want to have a good time. And I don't want to have to be stuck in a cubicle or stuck in the office. You know, it just doesn't seem...
I feel like being in a cubicle can be easier than being in a band, though.
Well, I think it's easier, absolutely, but...
Yeah, it's just not your calling.
No, I don't want to sit there and stare at a wall, because that's what I'll probably do.
Yeah. And no, there's nothing against 9 to 5s. It's just the fact that you're doing something that you don't necessarily love. And, you know, we have pretty much 6 a.m. to 4 a.m. days. It's just a matter of who is on call at that time. You know, we wake up really early. Sometimes we don't even go to bed and just take turns driving to the next place to play. So there's nothing really easy about being in a band. It's not a cop-out to...
No, it's definitely not a cop-out. It's definitely a lot more work that's involved in it, but I just get more pleasure out of it. Enjoy it a lot more.
For sure. Some of the highs and lows in the band, I like to look at the highs a lot more than the lows. You can really get caught up. The music industry is a pretty big letdown, so I like to focus on some of the better times rather than the worst times, because we are doing what we love, so it's the most important thing to look at. We got a magazine cover last year. We
did.
That was awesome.
It's pretty amazing.
We got to send them to all of our friends and family, and it's like all of our profile pictures for a good week or two.
Mm-hmm.
But just coming out with a record, touring, anytime we walk on stage and there's more than 10 people, that's a huge high. We're still at the low. No, not the low. We're at the beginning part of our career. So, walking on stage in Cincinnati a few weeks ago and there being, a couple hundred people there, that was a big deal. One of the most complimenting things, I think, a friend, family member, fan, whatever we consider you consider yourself. The biggest thing to me is when I'm on stage, if I'm singing, if I hear you singing louder than I am, it's like we agree on something. You know what I mean? It's just like I don't know. I don't even know how to describe it. It's like magic a little bit. But yeah, I remember at Arlene's Grocery, I think it was January, and in the line of The Way We're Wired, I say, "The Eastern Seaboard Tides are singing me to sleep." And I kind of heard people singing along, so I was like, you know what? It's a little cocky, but I may hand it to him here. I'm a little out of breath anyways, and so I didn't sing. And I heard just like this massive response from the crowd. It was like, "The Eastern Seaboard Tides are singing me to sleep." And those kids, they sound great.
Yeah.
Kids and adults.
No adults.
Yeah, I think it's an 18 and up club.
We played Hard Rock in Boston. And Boston's an awesome city, and Hard Rock there was really cool. I mean, the stage was massive. The sound there was phenomenal. Had a great turnout. It was just a lot of fun. That was definitely a really big high for us, for me at least.
More highs. We shot an amazing music video with Dave Brick, and that was another reason that it's not easy to be in a band, nor is it easy to be in anything film related. I remember we woke up at what?
6 a.m.
6 a.m.
7 a.m. It was early.
We were already like in hair, and they made us look good. We will not say or nor deny that we wore makeup or not, but we were looking good by like 6:30 a.m. and on location, and we didn't wrap until like 3 that night. And once we put all the equipment away and stuff like that, it was almost a 24-hour day. So, you know, that wasn't an easy day, but now looking back at the video, is so worth it.
Oh, absolutely.
Such a cool video. If you on YouTube, if you're on YouTube, check it out. It's the way we're wired. We're lying in the main.
I think what makes our style unique is the fact that none of us listen to the same music. I mean, we kind of do, but really we don't. I mean, I come more from a heavier side of music, more hardcore. I mean, you love folk, you love punk, you love, I mean, you know, Johnny really loved, what's he love?
Reggae.
Reggae.
And he likes like hardcore music too.
He does too, yeah, but I think I kind of...
No, he likes like screamo.
Yeah,
he's a lot younger than we are.
Yeah. I think it just brings it in and it makes this really cool, different sound that, I mean, I personally would have never played unless I met these guys. And I think that's awesome because I think we put out some sweet songs. So.
One thing that, like, you know, separates us from other bands, even within our genre, is I think we spend a lot of time working out the kinks of our live set. You know, it's completely mathematic when we hop on stage now. You know, if you have a guitar string that's out of tune, you tune that in the middle of the song while, you know, you're still playing. It's really hard to pull off, but we have this set that just flows so naturally now. You know, you're gonna hear 4 or 5 songs before we even say, "Hey, what's up? We're lying in the main." And like, there's it takes a long time to play together to really create that, and like from one song to flow right into the other, even if they're not in the same key, the listener for it to, you know, have a decent transition. That's really cool.
One of the things that sets us apart is honestly is John's voice. I think it's a pretty unique voice. John did not tell me to say that, but no, he's got actually an amazing voice, and I don't think a lot of people sound like him, which I've gotten that comment many times, and I think that's really, really what's awesome, number one. But I think it's different in a sea of bands that all kind of tend to more or less sound the same sometimes, especially in a genre. It's nice to kind of hear someone that's different, you know.
Another thing that I wanted to touch on really quickly too is just what I think really separates us at the end of the day is like far too often bands like try to show off and stuff like that. Like you have one amazing shredder in your band and stuff like that, and like I think that music, if you collectively have an idea as a band and you all want to shred, by all means, there's music for that. But when you're in a band like I am, and I'm as lucky to be with Dimitri and Johnny and Henry, I'm in a band with 3 just amazing musicians, and how they just like tone it down to let everyone shine, but not in a I'm out shredding the other guy or we're gonna out shred the other band tonight. It's just about like, it's a big thing of like of taste.
Yeah, it's being tasteful.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And I think that everyone can kind of tell at the end of the night when you guys walk off stage that you guys are, you know, really talented at your instruments, and but meanwhile no one has really gone above and beyond to like make it known, you know. And I'm thankful for that.
I think it's different. I think the songwriting process is different every single song we do. It could be me and John sitting with acoustic guitars. It could be John, you know, recording on his computer, or me recording on my computer, or we're at practice and something pops up and we kind of just go with it. I don't think there's ever one way that we do things, which is good. I mean, it'll get kind of boring after a while. So
I have like 4 or 5 now, like lyric books, and I find like I write a lot, just, you know, however I'm feeling every day. Like I try to write a lot down, and I find like our most successful way most of the time is like Dimitri will write something really awesome, and then like I'll be like, oh, let's throw these like bass notes over it or these chords over it, or he comes to the plate with the whole idea sometimes, and I'll do the same thing. But like the words are usually just kind of how I feel, and we just make them fit into the song. Very rarely do I have to write words after the song. We have a song right now that isn't out yet, and it's this amazing music, and I have not been able to place words to it because nothing that I've written so far fits. And it's another one of those, I'm having a bad time with the timing of it. It's washed away.
Oh yeah, it's strange timing.
And
I think that's a good thing because once that song does get done, I think it'll be a great song. So I'm not really worried about rushing to finish that one.
We had an offer from AJ from the Danger Summer to help me write it, and we may look into that if I don't come up with something too soon. But what's up to the Danger Summer? Love you guys. In our close circle of friends and bands that we play with, there's a new favorite, and it's called. Well, actually, Steve from Music from Another Room named it the other day. He named it the High Road.
The High Road.
And that's kind of sticking. The radio called it Pikachu because we didn't know what to name it.
And we call it CP2 because
we didn't know what to name it.
So.
And he came up with this cool synth part, right? Mm-hmm. And I don't even know how the rest of the song.
Just kind of just flew out of all of us. I don't know. Just kind of. Then I came up with the synth part and started getting the guitar parts down, and then John came home from work, and then we kind of just went from there, and then it just kind of just grew into this. One of my favorite songs we've done, but.
A fan would never know until now that I have a coin collection. I'm a big nerd. I actually have a rock collection, but I don't contribute to my rock collection anymore. I stopped that in like 6th or 7th grade when I found out that girls might not like me if I had a rock collection.
But they'd like you if you had a coin collection?
No, I'm going to put a big old fat rock on a finger one day, and they're going to love my rock collection. Yeah. Hey-o.
Well, what else is there?
People may not know that Henry's getting married.
Yeah.
You may see us on tour this next year or two with various bass players. A lot of our friends are playing with us right now. But that's because our good man Henry DeLaco, our bass player, is getting married. And that's good times.
Good times.
People wouldn't know we're actually all diehard baseball fans. He loves the Phillies. I love the Texas Rangers. Johnny loves the Tampa Bay Rays.
Does Henry like baseball?
Everyone except Henry. But that's why he's getting married. He doesn't like baseball. Our new music is I think it's a very steady progression of what the old music was like meets growing as a band. And not necessarily growing up, because I think sometimes to write great music you have to be a bit naive. You have to be a bit immature. You have to let yourself live. You have to make a lot of mistakes. And you have to learn from them. I felt a lot of spiritual growth in like the new writing. I think we've evolved a lot sound-wise, though.
Absolutely. For
sure. How would you staple that?
For one thing, we have well over 50, 60 songs written for the new record. And, I mean, it goes between acoustic and pop to more electronic, and I don't know. It's just there's a wide variety of it, but all has our feel, and I'm really excited about it. I think it's definitely completely different than what we've ever done. So
we've shown a few of our friends, and they were like, this like has the epicness of like Queen. They even said like when My Chemical Romance did the Black Parade, there was this huge like, marching off to war sound to it that was like epic and timeless. And one of my friends the other day was like, wow, you guys really captured some of that. Like there's a lot of songs like Crosstown Bus and Bright Sunny. Like these are little like nuggets of what songs are about to become once they make their full way through pre-production and everything like that. But Fast and E.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear what these songs sound like once pre-production is done and once we really tear them apart and put them back together and see what happens. That's gonna be, I think, awesome, incredible.
one of the best things you can do if you listen to our band or enjoy our band is to come to some of our performances, because there's really no other way we're going to actually interact with you. Who knows who's answering the emails at all time. Sometimes it's our manager, sometimes it's us. Sometimes we're just hacked, and there's other people trying to give us a bad name. The truth is, we're gentlemen, and we're scholars, and we would never talk to your mothers that way.
Never.